Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and we're getting into the festive season a little bit early, so we're talking about some Christmassy stuff. And today we are talking a Disney movie from way back in the 90s, about 1994, starring Tim Allen, and of course it's The Santa Claus, the first film in the franchise, what set it all off. He's recently just returned to this role this year in the Santa Clauses, but this is the original, the Santa Claus. So it's a story of a guy having family troubles with his ex-wife, with his young kid, and this the sort of that I don't think they kill Santa, but the sort of Santa comes indisposed and he cannot do his job anymore. And Tim Allen's character falls for the small print and he becomes Santa.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is where the movie goes from there. So we'll move over to Susan and her opening thoughts on the Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm. So apparently this little itty bitty tiny business card has a little itty bitty tiny teeny tiny little bit of legalese on it that really obligates Scott Calvin SC. That's one of the big jokes throughout this whole thing, is like that his name is Scott Calvin and SC are his initials. And so yes, he fits everything. So and he's a toy maker, so to begin with, so he's got all these great ideas and stuff, and he's one of those capitalist toy makers, not like the communist toy makers that live at the North Pole and work with elves. And so he ends up putting on the suit, and boom, he becomes Santa Claus. And boom, it doesn't matter if he's out of the suit, if he's walking down the road, if he's wearing his tracksuit, if he's in his trainers, in his any nothing matters. He's just accepted the role by doing so, and magically he's being transformed into the white Anglo-Saxon merry old Saint Nick, or the white Anglo-Saxon American merry old Saint Nick, because he doesn't look a bit like Father Christmas in the London and the UK sort of. And so that's just a total laugh a minute. And his business associates think that he's losing his mind, and he ends up doing some things that get him into trouble and stuff. And he's funny. I mean, he's as funny in this as he is in Galaxy Quest. And so there's some things that are a little magical, and then there's things that could be like, wow, if you wouldn't have already seen the Christmas Chronicles and some of the other ones that were a little bit more like, like the Terry Pratchett Christmases, the Hog's Father, and Hogswatch, and stuff like that. There's issues that I have with like these American things, but whatever, it's good. And Judge Reinhold's in it, and he was in another Star Trek movie, not Galaxy Quest, but he was in Star Trek Generations, and he played the captain of the New Enterprise B. And and also you can, I mean, this was close enough to it that every so often you just see him looking out, and you're like, Bueller, Bueller, Ferris Bueller, you're my hero. Anyway, like that. Anyway, it's just fun to have him around, and it was a good cast, and it was good acting. It was fun. It was really, there was a lot of little magical moments, and there was a lot of lighthearted humor, and then there was some, like, down with capitalism sort of stuff, which made me really happy. And that always seems to come out at Christmas. Like, it's the spirit of Christmas versus Scrooge. It's the spirit of Christmas versus business, and being a normal provider, and not being this strange mythical creature that lives that lives in the Arctic, above the Arctic Circle, that sort of thing. Anyway, and I do love all of the elves, and I do love the elves in the way, and I do love the sass that the reindeer give him and stuff. So anyway, all of that to say it was fun to watch this, and this is like my 5th time watching it. So I really liked it, and I'd like to watch. I guess I'm going to watch the new Santa Claus's thing. I'd like to know, like, who else falls for the small print. Anyway, like that's fun, and stuff. So Lee, what were your opening thoughts? Go on.
Well, my opening thoughts was listening to your opening thoughts and Susan's headcanon. Judge Reinhold wasn't in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and he wasn't in Star Trek Generations. You're confusing him with the other actor, but that's Susan's headcanon.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She's googling.
I am. Oh my gosh.
But it's a typical.
Oh my gosh, you're right. It was Beverly Hills Cop. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I stand corrected.
We've had a break for 2 weeks, but we always come back to Susan's headcanon.
And and sometimes things fall apart.
Yes.
I apologize for losing control over my accuracy and precision. I'm so sorry.
But I don't like to point these things out.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. But yeah, going back to the movie though, it's a typical Christmas family movie. It's all about, as I say, family. It's all about love of the family. The father trying to get the love of his son, while he's competing with the stepfather, and also the ex-wife who's doesn't want anything to do with him to begin with. And it's just as Susan said, it's a magical trip, with the reindeers, the elves, and it's a good twist with the little card. If Santa comes indisposed and he cannot carry on doing the job, whoever puts on his clothes now becomes Santa. But it makes me wonder what happens to the Santa, because he just sort of disappeared.
Yeah.
Is he dead? Or does he go back to the normal life he had before he put the suit on? Who knows?
That's a question.
But yeah,
did he join the Force? He was like Luke at the end of The Last Jedi. He just kind of, his clothes just kind of or Yoda,
Maybe he became a festive Force ghost.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, you've got to admit, we just do. They do put a hell of a lot of money and production into these sort of movies. They put a lot of love into them.
Yep.
And this, for an early 1990s movie, still stands up. Yeah, okay, you can see the reindeer are a bit animatronic.
Yep.
But they're lovable animatronics. They've got characters. when I was watching this, it was sort of giving me the vibe that harking back to, where he has people are accusing him of being Santa Claus, him having to deny it in front of his son, and things like that. It reminded me of Miracle on 34th Street.
It does quite a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, there was sort of similarities, where, in 34th Street, he was saying he was Santa, that took him to court. They were trying to make it, you accuse him of being insane. And in this one, there was trying to take away his son from him, his seeing his son. So very, similar things in this. But yeah, I enjoyed this. It's comedy, it's drama, it's heartwarming family fun.
Yep.
It's a good Christmas movie. I mean, it's not one of the classic movies, but it's up there. It stands the test of time, and it was a success to create 2 more sequels and then this new one.
Yeah.
So, and good. Some of the actors in this great, as you say, Judge Reinhold and Tim Allen, and the Peter Boyle in there as well as the business owner, manager, or whatever you want to call him. And then you got the young kid, and I'm trying to figure out what was his name. The young kid was Charlie, Eric Lloyd. I mean, to carry a story like this, because it was nearly every scene he was in, to act alongside Tim Allen must have been a dream come true for a young kid back then. So, yeah, it's a fun movie. So, any particular moments for you, Susan?
Well, Bernard was a great little elf,
He had attitude. He had attitude.
He had attitude, and he was able to get things done. He was a hard worker. He was a self-starter. He would be great on Wall Street or on Madison Avenue. He would work great in consulting or in bonds trading or commodities trading or any of those other things. He would be excellent if he wasn't a magical creature, but he's a magical creature, so he has to manage the workflow of the North Pole, and that was fun. I mean, Bernard was just fun to watch all the time, and I like the way that they just they took everything in stride. Like, people don't believe, people believe, people fight against us, they don't fight against us. The elves just step in, do their thing. They go walking around as kids at one time, and then they walk off, and then I just thought that was really amazing, because yeah, they were great. And then Tim Allen acting, eating the scenery as he squished down and forced through the chimneys and stuff. That was fun, and
that explains a lot about how Santa gets into these houses.
Yeah, it really does. It was well done. Expository, filmmaking right there. It really shined a light on the magic and of those things. And I mean, like how he would create chimneys if they weren't there or whatever. And then one of the scenes that I just love is any scene with that one girl who stays up to watch for him. Like she was like, you're not Santa the first time, and he's like, yes I am. And he's like, and she's like, I want you to drink the milk and eat the cookies. And like, no, I'm lactose intolerant. So then the next time she provides him with oat milk, which is really a sweet thing to do, actually. And
he didn't like that either.
he thought that was slightly, that the milk had gone off because, he obviously wasn't used to drinking oat milk. And probably desired cow milk because, he's Santa by that point. He's full on Santa. Anyway, it was great fun. And I did like his son, how his son had to, keep bringing him back to the magic all the time. And that's the job of children, I suppose. I guess that's what that's why we keep them around. That's why we hire them, because they're there to give magic. No, I'm just kidding.
They're there to keep the belief in magic going.
All of our children, all of our nieces and nephews and grandchildren and stuff like that, they all do that. What? Yes.
I still believe in magic.
Yes. Our little sisters and brothers are there to remind us what the heck is this whole thing about. And it's magic. And let's see, the other thing that I liked that little girl. What? Not that little girl, but the other. Hang on, what's her name?
Which girl are we on about?
Elf Judy. Judy, the elf, was great. She was she was trying to make things perfect for Santa, and Santa just kept pushing her away and rubbing her off, and just going, I can't. And she's like, she always looks so heartbroken. Anyway, just that was super fun. And she was played by Paige Tamada, and Bernard was played by David Krumholtz. So yeah, those are the two. And then there's all sorts of super famous people throughout this, and pretty sure one of Clint Eastwood's kids is in it.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, no, it's not. No, that's not right. I don't know. Anyway, so just enjoyed the heck out of it. And for my part, I think that it's important that you just like love on your reindeer or your caribou, wherever you find them, because they're sassy and they really, really want you to act appropriately to them and to Santa. And that's fun stuff.
Yeah, it is. The part where he was becoming Santa was quite hilarious. Where he's putting weight on overnight. He's going white. He's growing a beard. He's eating all that food, but he's healthy as hell. And
he's healthier than I am. Oh my God.
I want to become Santa. I want to be like that. Eat everything I want and put.
There you go.
Without taking the tablets, but
yeah,
the way he was shaving, and all was in the next minute the beard's back. Dyes his hair, it's white again. There was no way getting out of that clause. But it's as I say, it's a fun movie. I mean, you say he gets arrested because they're saying they're kidnapping his son, and which it's been done a few times where Santa Claus gets arrested or imprisoned somewhere, but this one, I think, was one of the first ones to do it. But for me, Disney's, for me, when you say Disney's magical. And when you put Christmas together with that, you're on a win-win situation.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah. Also, as well, the Judge Reynolds character, what was his name? Doctor. He's not really a doctor, is he? He's a psychiatrist.
Very funny. Doctors, psychiatrists are doctors.
I know, not according to Calvin. He's not a doctor, he's a psychiatrist. But he stopped believing in Santa Claus when he was 3 because he never got that whistle.
Hmm.
And at the end of the movie, he gets that whistle.
It's that whistle.
He gets that whistle.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. I mean, it's an old movie now, not as old as some of the movies we review, but it's
That's right.
still
And,
it's watchable. It's dated really well.
and the story has enough of there's enough like things that you can do with it
Mm.
that they did make 2 sequels and a whole series that's starting soon
Yeah.
on Disney Plus. I mean,
So,
so it's becoming a franchise.
oh yeah. So Christmas is a franchise to begin with, isn't it? Every year, I think Christmas is so brilliant. I think we should have it every year.
Oh, great. Good
Yeah.
idea. I think we should hire you to do some PR for the thing.
Oh
What do
yeah.
you think we should have? Like
We
mulled
should have.
wine and
No, I think we should have
little logs and
Santa in a tank.
Santa in a tank. Yeah. And
But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good to sit down and watch that. Yeah, it's been a good 15 years or so since I saw this last. So it was nice to sit down, watch this, and it's got me feeling
festive.
ready for Christmas. Yeah.
You got the Christmas spirit already? Wow.
This is why we do it.
Oh, Lee, that's awesome. Oh, right on.
So, anything else you want to say before I go? Final Sense score?
Yeah, if the big guy up there really doesn't want to continue, I think Tim Allen would make a great one anyway. So I just think that this is a great jobs interview. This is like a good CV for him. He's played him 3-4 times on telly and in the movies. So yeah, sign him up.
It was a success because it cost them 22 million to make, which is fairly cheap back then,
Not bad.
and it made 190.
Oh, good job. Well done.
It was a success. Yeah.
That's successful.
So, what would you give it again? What's going to?
I will give this 10. I will give this 10 magic. I'll give this 10 satin jammies out of 10 with monogrammed with SC.
Oh,
Thought that was really, really fun.
well, I just the scene where he before he gets the Jim Jams was where he's in Santa's bedroom. It's an amazing bedroom, and he's got a Punch and Judy going on in the bedroom, and he drops his trousers, and there's Punch and Judy going, "Oh!" So yeah, I'm gonna give it 10 candy canes out of 10, of course. It's a fun family movie for Christmas, for adults and kids alike. So that's the Santa Claus review.
That is.
It is. So we've done on that. So we ask you guys, if you like to join us, please feel free. Just message us. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Insta, and somewhere else. YouTube, of course. If you'd like to just leave us a message, but you've got to be 18 plus. That's all we ask. But this is a family movie reviewing today, but sometimes we review 18 plus movies and TV stuff, and the discussion isn't really for kids' ears, shall we say. because we do get heated sometimes. Because I like to prove Susan wrong, and like I did earlier on in this cast. But I don't like to mention that.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's assassinry.
So yeah, 18 plus, please. All you need is either a PC or a laptop or a tablet or even your mobile phone, as long as it's got a camera and a microphone, so you can download the Zoom app and you're good to go, and you can get on with us because we are easygoing people. You
Mhm.
can get on with us. We don't get angry often. Well, sometimes, not a lot, but
Uh,
not a lot now. We're easygoing people, and we like to talk movies. We like to talk TV. We like to talk audio dramas. We like anything really. So I think there's only one more thing to say. Please remember to press the bell notification button on YouTube, and you'll get notified every time we put a video up. Because if you don't know. If you don't press that, you don't know when we're putting things up. And then you think, oh, I've missed that one. How I never got notified. That's how
no.
we do it. So that's it. That's our little review of the Santa Claus. Anything you'd like to say before we go, Susan?
It's not just ho ho, it's ho ho ho.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Is it?
I think so.
Bye for now.